Hmm.
We went from 12 billion to zero. And then, as a farmer, we get up one morning and you give Argentina, which is our second biggest competition in the world. They're the largest exporters of soybean meal in the world. So I get up one morning, I turn the news on, and you give $20 billion of taxpayer money to my competition. And then the Chinese buy, I think the figure is 30 or 40 containers, ships, which is about 65,000 metric tons per ship, which is like 2.2 million bushels. So they buy 12 or 14 billion dollars worth of soybeans from the Argentinians after the tax holiday. And here's the caveat to it. They give $2.30 over the November board, while I'm getting 50 cents under the November board. We're going to plant canola this month. It's one of the few things we've found. It's moved into Arkansas. They're going to make renewable jet fuel and renewable diesel out of it. We've never raised any. I had to get a loan from FSA to do it because it's an uninsurable crop through the federal crop insurance. But they would let me do it through the NAP insurance. Well, I can't even get the loan for it because there's nobody at the FSA office. There's nobody at the NRCS office. We shut the government down. They all went home.
How are your other farmers, for your friends, feeling? I know a lot of them are Trump supporters. Do they still feel good?
Everybody's pretty nervous. Everybody's pretty scared. There's some of the older guys that, farm out of their pocket. They're like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not giving back 30 years worth of work. Everybody's scared to death. I got friends that are bankers that, will tell you the bank examiner is already telling them, look, you're going to have to deal with these guys because their equipment's not going to be worth as much. Their land's not going to be worth as much. I mean, this is exactly like the movie from the 80s with Sam Shepard and Jessica Lange Country. That's what's going to go down. They're going to sell people out.
Scott, meet Senator Tester.
Hello,
How you doing,
Senator.
Scott?
I talked to your office several times when me and you was beating the drum pretty hard trying to get the Livestock Transparency Act passed. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
There are thousands of farmers just like Scott out there. And the reason they're in the situation they are is because of bad political decisions. These tariffs have destroyed the markets for farmers across the board. Family farmers. It's going to create more consolidation, and it's going to raise hell with their food security in this country if something doesn't change.
The president, he put out a message on Truth Social last hour saying that he's going to be meeting with President Xi of China and that he will discuss soybeans. Do you put much stock in that? Does that make you feel better?
Well, I mean, what good's it going to do to discuss soybeans at almost November? Because Senator Tester can correct me if I'm wrong here, but in November, the Brazilians will start cutting. They'll be in full swing by December. They don't need us. I mean, you're going to wait to have a discussion over selling soybeans when Brazil's in full bore? What bargaining power are we going to have then?
You voted for it overwhelmingly. To everybody else out there, because of what's happening with the farmers and tariffs, the word on the curb is that there is getting ready to be a price jump, an increase in costs for food. Not only a price jump for the cost of food, but because some food will be so expensive, they're not even going to stock those foods. So some foods that you've purchased in the past, you may not be able to get it in the future. This is just a word on the curb. Prepare yourself. They're saying to stock up on pantry food items. Better to be prepared and not have anything at all. All right? All right.